And I could completely and totally be wrong about this, but it's just the idea of watching this happen. I know that there have been issues raised about this. Somebody go check on the thermometer in Scottsboro, Alabama, because something is obviously kind of wonky over here. So something to think about there. All right, with that being said, it is time to get going. It is Thursday evening and a beautiful evening out there as well. For those of you who are just now beginning to join us, I am Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. This is Weather Overtime. This is our online video weather blog giving you an update as to what is going on with weather into and around the Tennessee River Valley area. We're going to be on for a few minutes shorter tonight because of the fact that we've got recordings taking place in the studio. It's just about 9:47 Eastern as we were netcast and record this, so you can see this later on our website and social media pages. So we're going to have to go through things at a little quicker pace. But once again, on YouTube and Twitch, if you have anything to ask, please drop it into the chat function on either Twitch or YouTube. Be glad to hear from you on that. If we don't know the answer to something, we'll figure something out and get it to you as soon as we possibly can there. Beautiful conditions today, below normal temperatures all the way around. 95, the record high back in 1937, and a record low that hasn't been broken since 1889. Now, wouldn't that feel just absolutely amazing out there? Would be good to see, again, some fairly cool temperatures, but as we move into summertime in a few weeks, I don't know if that's going to happen. Thank you very much, News 12 viewer Sandra Stakely. I hope I'm saying that right, from Ringgold, Georgia. Her daughter in the Seattle area took this picture of the Northern Lights a couple of weeks ago, so a beautiful shot there, and several other aurora pictures we've picked up from various locations. So if you have those, go ahead and send those in to us. Whatever you're seeing out there, as long as it involves weather, we'd love to see it, and yours could be the next weather window picture of the day. So drop them to us on the comments section on Facebook, X, or Instagram. Email them to us, or go to our website to both drop your pictures off at wdef.com/photos, or again, see what anybody else is dropping off. A lot of pictures there from the Langley Roofing weather window picture of the day. All right, for right now, downtown Chattanooga on the EPB Fiber Optics Weather Cam Network, that from the Bailey's Heating and Air Camera. Quiet conditions, a little bit on the hazy side as we start to see a little bit more in the way of wildfire smoke in and around the area. From the Plainview Outdoor Advertising Camera, 153 at 64. Also moving along pretty well post-rush hour. Beautiful evening for getting out, taking a walk or a drive. No backed up traffic at the Tomahawk Crane and Rigging Camera from I-24 and 75. Temperatures at the airport just over the horizon here. 75 degrees, beautiful evening. Top-down weather for the convertible. Talking about driving, I want to show you this just in case anybody's still out there. You're looking at I-24 eastbound traffic over here. Lookout Mountain back that direction, and this is the I-24 exit to Browns Ferry Road, which runs, you're looking south on this runs north-south. This was a very interesting situation earlier. You can just barely see with the glare of the lights there. A semi-trailer has broken down. It collapsed right in the middle, and it's been stuck on the exit ramp ever since. Now, so far, again, traffic is moving. You can see traffic exiting the interstate and just squeaking by the broken down semi at this point. So it is moving. There's no backups taking place. But if you're planning on traveling in this general direction or know someone who's coming in this way, hopping off eastbound I-24 at Browns Ferry could be a bit of a situation until they get all the cargo unloaded and until the wrecker over here gets this whole mess out of the way. So that could be a bit of an issue. Temperatures, again, beautiful for tonight. We've got a lot of moisture down to the south of us, and also a lot more instability down here to where we see more potential for thunderstorms here with the instability and the moisture. Not so much going on here because of high pressure that is well in control and keeping things very much on the quiet side for now. So as we go into the rest of the forecast for tonight, beautiful, no problems at all being seen And we look again for the potential of not much going on for tonight, but a lot is taking place. Back to the north of us, high pressure keeping things dry by escorting in a lot of dry, mild air. That's pushing that front down to the south of us and keeping, again, everything at bay here. But remember that air around high pressure rotates clockwise in the northern hemisphere. So what we're going to be looking at is the potential, again, of some very dry conditions for now. But as this goes over to the east, winds are going to turn back around out of the south, help to push that moisture northward, and then several storm systems will be forming back to the west of us and moving in this general direction. That is going to be giving us the potential for more rain next week. We're not looking at huge potential of it, but we are seeing an increased possibility of what could be a rainy first week to the month of June. Beautiful night out there, just enough sunlight left to be able to detect on camera right before 10 o'clock. Love this period of time of the year. We're still on the run-up to summer before everything heads back downwards again. Waiting to see, don't think it's going to be visible here. It might be in a minute or two. Let's see, this is west-southwest. The International Space Station is actually up there right now. It should become visible here in the western skies in just a little bit. So if you have the opportunity to hop out and take a look at it, it'll be going from the west-northwest, fairly close to the horizon, making its way all the way over in this general area. But this time is 9:53. It should just be coming into view here in a little bit, hopefully, so we might be able to see that. We'll take a look. For right now, beautiful stargazing weather tonight, no question about that. And I hope I got the times right on here, because sometimes it seems like our timing is way off on the visibility for watching these astronomical objects fly overhead. But again, for tonight, beautiful conditions for going out and doing some stargazing out there. Again, for the next couple of days, here's what we're going to be seeing for the rest of our time frame here. Looking at numbers back into the 80s, no problem there. Temperatures will be a little bit warmer by the time we get into around next week, so not seeing a great deal of a lot of heat coming on through. That could be a much different story well back off to our west, as we see the potential of maybe some pretty good amounts of heat, maybe a heat wave for the western third of the country. And that also, again, is the week where we pick up more chances of showers and thunderstorms across much of the area. So that could be a problem for outdoor activities during the weekend and all the way through next week. News 12's Andrew Harrison has a corgi, so that's a holiday specifically tailored for him and his family there. So hopefully enjoying International Corgi Day coming up next Wednesday, June the 4th. Atlantic hurricane season begins on Saturday, this coming Saturday, so hours away from the start of hurricane season. So why are we talking about this if we are nowhere near the coastal states? Because we want you to be aware of what is going on when it comes to the potential of anything developing out there. Again, this season is forecast to be possibly one of the worst, if not the worst, hurricane season that we have seen. Now, hopefully that forecast doesn't pan out to be anything whatsoever, but it is possible, and we need to watch that carefully. Now, we have nothing going on in the Atlantic. We have one disturbance just off of the west coast of Central America, but beyond that, we're just not seeing much of anything to worry about. Let's see, still no sign of the space station up there. Well, it was a good idea while it lasted anyway. This is, again, where we're looking at the potential for something developing here, but a 10 to 20% chance of something happening. Just doesn't really look like too much is going to be going on with this. Again, the water temperatures, and this is just absolutely concerning, where numbers are equal to what they should be in mid to late August. That's the temperatures already, and over the next several days and weeks, this is something that will be even more worrisome, because the heat of going into summertime will build and build and build, and we could be looking at a big problem again right now. Pawpaw T, ISS is going over now on Twitch. Thank you very much. Glad we were able to get a sighting of it, but our cameras here were unable to pick it up. So thanks for checking in on Twitch. Thanks to everybody for subscribing and following along. Nice to have everybody out there keeping an eye on things. We'll have more on the forecast and a little bit more about what's going on with a whole bunch of everything else on our social media channel. So definitely want to check in there again for anything that we might have out there to offer, and we'll bring more information for you coming up a little bit later on. Wanted to pass this along. You may not have thought about this before, but this is something, and it's not Coco Ross. I know that's a wrong title right there, but if you'd like to know more about Weather Ready Nation and how to become an ambassador, all you have to do is go to our website. We'll have a story on that posted a little bit later on, and on social media about how you can get ready and project information out into the community about severe weather safety. This is going to be one of the best things you can possibly do when it comes to, again, weather. If you'd like to be in Coco Ross Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Networks, that's up there as well. Like this graphic, I should have saved this on a different title. Had a merge point on here that brought everything together. So if you'd like to join Weather Ready Nation Ambassadors, great program to take a look at. So find out more on our website or again on our social media pages. And glad to bring along all this information to you. We try to get as much as we possibly can out there regarding unique and interesting information. All right, we're running out of time. We've got recordings going on here pretty soon. So from the World Meteorological Organization in 2018, more than how many vulnerable populations around the world in numbers were exposed to heat waves? 250,000, 222 million, 500 million, or 2.2 billion. 73% of you said 250,000. The answer is actually much more than that. 9% of you said 222 million. That is the correct answer right there from the World Meteorological Organization. You can use the QR code to vote, or you can go to wdef.com/vote now. And thanks to Friend in Roofing for being our sponsor on there. And thank you very much for all of our sponsors for being up there and helping us by putting their name and product on display for everybody to see. That should do it, I think. Let's see. As a matter of fact, that should be just about it. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's just about 10 o'clock, so almost ready to record in here. So we'll have to kind of cut things off a little bit sooner. Questions, concerns, ideas about anything, please give us a buzz. Email address, bottom of the screen, aonic@wdef.com. Our website down beneath that at wdef.com/weather. And I'll have more on your forecast coming up as we go into tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening. Chip Chapman will have your forecast bright and early Friday morning if you'd like to stop by for more information on that. That'll do it for Thursday night, the penultimate day of May. Looking again at a quiet Friday, the last day of May looking excellent. More showers and thunderstorms as we go into Saturday and Sunday, the first weekend of June. Stay tuned for more with News 12. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick with the latest edition of News 12's exclusive video weather blog, Weather Overtime. Stay tuned for more with